and let us all do we can to build a better future.
I do want to ask you a question that you've been asked for the past 2 months and asked to deal with your old friends, the Young Turks. And so I just want to rewind back the clocks to 2016. It wasn't too long ago where, again, TYT was the network on YouTube, on social media, where a lot of progressives and independents went to. Then they get the $20 million of Katzenberg cash. But before they got the Katzenberg cash, they got that huge boost by interviewing Bernie Sanders and then constantly promoting progressive issues, progressive policies. But when they got that $20 million, when did you notice the change take place? And was it always there in the first place? Was it always for them to just take some kind of big check and then just get fat off it? Or was there just a general change with the people, the atmosphere? I know it's personal for you because, this means a lot because you were there at TYT almost from the beginning. But since then, there has been a change.
Well, Cenk Uygur's flex has always been conservative, right? And that's not a bad thing if you're a conservative, but it is if you pretend to be a progressive and you're leading some kind of movement, which they're not. They're not leading they're leading a fundraising movement for their own fucking paychecks. That's what the Young Turks are leading. And did I see a change? Dude, they couldn't wait to drop supporting Bernie Sanders. That's why I became so popular, because I was the last guy at the Young Turks who was still supporting Bernie Sanders, and I was excited that we were going to take it all the way to the convention, and the Young Turks threw Bernie under the fucking bus in February. They were done with him, right? And so that's why I stood out on the Young Turks, and I became popular, and my show Behind a Paywall was by 10 times the most popular member show at the Young Turks, and they knew it. And so their flex has always been that way. And then the money just, Noam Chomsky talks about how you do self-censoring and how you that you wouldn't be you wouldn't be in that journalist job if you didn't believe the things you were saying, because they go, well, I'm not I believe everything I say. Of course you do. That's why Jeffrey Katzenberg gave you the money. That's why. Because he knows that you believe everything you say, and what you're saying is this. Cenk Uygur says now the CIA needs to be tougher. We need more. I don't know if you saw that video. That was crazy.
Yes, I did.
That was nuts. That the CIA isn't doing enough, and they're too soft. I mean, what kind of a maniac? And then he pushes the CIA talking points on Syria, on Libya. He was happy that Libya. I mean, they've always been this way. Plus, so that's why they got that money. And they then consciously, I was told, and I'm not making this up, by an executive at the Young Turks, that we know that we have to move towards the center. And that's when they told us we had to stop swearing. We had to start wearing suit coats. Now, I think they stopped telling people they had to wear suit coats, but they still don't. They're not allowed to swear. So they became what they were supposed to be the antidote to. And the money really, I think, accelerated that for sure. And so now, I mean, did you see Anna Kasparian come out against the homeless? I mean, that was she's talking about homeless people as if they're a crime and if they're a criminal, instead of the system that creates homeless people is the crime, and those are the criminal. It's just nuts, right? So again, there's never a systemic critique from them ever, because they don't get it. They cul-de-sac babies, grew up rich, went to Ivy League schools, and they're just, Anna's just a disgusting person. She's just a garbage person. If you want to see what a narcissistic personality disorder looks like, watch Anna Kasparian. And by the way, they'll never apologize. They've still never apologized for smearing Julian Assange. They've never apologized for smearing Aaron Mate. And of course, they're never going to apologize for trying to smear me with that phony #MeToo thing that it was laughable. Hey, if you're going to try to smear somebody on a sexual harassment charge, I think you should both probably tell the same story. The fact that you tell two totally different stories kind of ruins it. They couldn't even do that, and now people have told me that, because I'm so hated by the Democratic Party because I tell the truth about them, that people in their Democratic circles are angry at them because this was the big bullet that they were supposed to launch at me, and they did it in such a clumsy way that now it won't work on me anymore. So they blew it. So this was their one. I mean, the establishment has been you've seen them come at me. How many hit pieces have they done on me, right? How many times have they made me trend on Twitter negatively because I'm doing good work, right? I'm getting Tucker Carlson to agree that Julian Assange is not a criminal but a journalist who needs to be saved, which was a big deal. That made me trend negatively on Twitter when I'm out there getting half the country to hear a progressive point of view and I'm protecting journalism. Somehow that's a bad thing because I'm doing it in the wrong place, because half the country is supposed to be off limits now. You're going to get a scarlet letter if you're seen talking to them and dealing with them as human beings. So they were always that way, and the money accelerated it.
I think that's the sad truth about TYT. Final note for this question. First, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day while you're here in Chicago to be with us. But for those who don't know, for our viewers and subscribers who don't know where to find you, where can they go online to find you on social media and also see where they can watch you live on the show? And will you be coming back to Chicago anytime soon?
JimmyDoreComedy.com is my website. You can sign up for the membership program. You get all the extra videos, all that stuff. All our live dates are there. And I don't know what's happening with COVID, so we've kind of pulled back on booking stuff for the fall and the winter, and we want to see what's happening with how people are handling the masks mandates and the vaccine passes and all that stuff. So we're just going to wait and see how it works. But JimmyDoreComedy.com, so everybody can follow me there.
That's a great note to end it on. My name is Kit Cabell, the host of Heartlands Media. We're here with Chicago's very own Jimmy Dore. And if you want to choose to be violent on social media, be careful how you use your adverbs, pronouns, nouns, adjectives, verbs, all that good stuff. Peace and take care.